Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today we're going to talk about CSS3 reflections, how reflections can actually be created with the CSS3 property box reflect. Okay, this is a browser preview in Google Chrome. People, you can actually notice that the only element, the H1 element, is actually inverted and the reflection actually is truncated at 70%, has a gradient too. Very nice. So let's see how this was made possible in a separate new file, so we'll get a much better idea. Alrighty, so let's start. Let's say file in a new and choose the doc type to be HTML5. Let's say create. Let's choose a title. Let's say CSS3 reflections or whatever. Okay, let me copy this name up. Control C. Let's save the file too. I'm going to give it the same name, CSS3 reflections. Let's save it up. I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to go to page properties, right? I'm going to have a background color going for my document, set at #333. I'm going to go to the headings category. I'm going to select Palatino Linotype as the font that I'm going to use, the font family. I'm going to make it bold, italic, and at the same time white, as my background is very dark. I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to get inside the opening closing body tags, and I'm going to use H1 element with the class of reflect below. Reflect, just mind my spellings. Reflect below. I'm going to expand it using Zencoding Code Assist plugin. Alright, it just allows you to code fast, Zencoding that is. If you don't have it, just code the normal way. Alrighty, and let's see what have I done so far. Let's bring up Google Chrome, and the only change that has actually happened is that I've actually applied the background color. That's all. Alrighty, let's push in some text inside the opening closing H1 tags. So I'm gonna say quality lessons.net or whatever. That's the name of my website, qualitylessons.net. And alrighty, the next step that I need to take is basically apply the class reflect below onto the only element that we have inside the body of the document, basically qualitylessons.net H1 element. So let's prepare the class reflect below. I'm gonna make sure that I'm in the opening and the closing style tags with the type attribute set to text CSS. I'm gonna create the class reflect below. As always, classes start with a period or a dot. Alright, I'm going to use the dash webkit dash box reflect property. Works only in Chrome, Safari and Opera, people. Box dash reflect, and the first argument or parameter that you need to state is the direction. Obviously it's gonna be below. So let's save the changes up and let's see how things look like right now. Let's refresh, and people, you can actually notice that the only element, H1 element, has been inverted. So we have a duplicate, but an inverted duplicate. Very good. Also notice, people, that the Y of the quality is touching each other. Basically there's no space or offset between the inverted reflection. So how do I do that? It's very easy. After the first argument, which is the direction, I'm going to apply 5px of displacement or whatever you may like. So just save the document up, bring the browser up, refresh, and you can actually see that we have a displacement now. Very cool. Let's get back to Dreamweaver. Next, people, I need to apply a gradient color mask. Sorry. I beg your pardon. A gradient color mask. I'm applying linear gradient color mask, people. Now this is the syntax and you need to follow it carefully. We need the WebKit vendor prefix because it's going to be supported in Chrome and Safari. And the good news is just keeping things as is without changing the vendor prefix. It'll work in Opera too, and we'll see that. Alright, we'll see that. So basically a linear gradient, the direction is left top to left bottom, basically just top to bottom, but this is the way you'll actually write. And the gradient will be from transparent to white with the color stop set at 0.3. Basically the reflection will show up to 70% and 30% will be truncated, as we'll soon see. Right, let's save it up and yep, go out here, let's refresh, and you can actually see the changes that have actually happened. The reflection, the inverted image, is actually set at 70% length. In case you would want to alter that, you would want to, let's say, shorten it drastically. If I change this to 0.7, now you'll see that 70% is actually truncated. Let me show that to you too. You see, you just see 30%. Now that really isn't pleasing. So something which is 0.6, 0.7 works best. Alright, so let's refresh again. You can actually, I'm sorry, something which is 0.3, 0.4 works best. So basically you'll be able to see the reflection at 60% length. Yep, that's pretty cool, pretty nice. Alright, so let me quickly go through it again. You apply a class of reflect below to the element. In our case it's h1, it could have been an image. Mostly it'll be an image. And this class reflect below applies the direction, the offset, and a linear color gradient in this format, people. You will see that actually basically you apply the direction. So here we say left top to left bottom, and from transparent using a color stop. Basically this color stop is really important because that will decide the reflection length or the height, right? And from transparent to white, basically. Now this white could have been any other color too. The color is going to act as the mask, so the color is not going to show up, so don't worry about the color. All right, this could have been black or gray, or would have worked anyways. Alrighty, people. So it's going to work in Opera too, as we'll soon see. There you go. It works in Safari too, you can be absolutely sure. Alright, people. So I hope you found this information useful. I hope you'll thumb the video up. I hope you'll comment, you'll sub, and you'll keep coming back for more and more tutorials from me. Won't you? You have a good day. Bye-bye. Peace.